This crowd is ready as we get set for the World Series. Game 1 is next. Welcome in, baseball fans, and here in New York, the World Series on MLB The Show coming up. It's the Philadelphia Phillies taking on the New York Yankees. Joined by my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. There may be no better atmosphere in all of baseball than Game 1 of the Fall Classic, Singy. Lots of excitement to get this thing started.
Yeah, and the players feel that just as much as the fans. You're down there with goosebumps, and these players are just trying to stay in the moment. But I'll tell you, for the home team especially, it's so hard not to be emotional and hyped up with all the energy in this building right now.
And on the other side, of course, you're looking to swing home field advantage your way with an all-important opening win on the road. First pitch coming your way next. So almost ready to get underway. And today's starter, it'll be Marcus Stroman.
He really relies on working down in the zone with that heavy sinker he's got. You know, it's not as popular to throw that pitch today as it used to be because, you know, guys are looking to hit balls down in the zone, get them up in the air. It's very important for him when facing same-side hitters to be able to get it in, especially early in the count. And to opposite guys, be able to throw it at that front hip and run it over the inside corner.
Leonardo Perez stands in now and watches strike one. Wheeler throws what a lot of people consider to be a power sinker. Throws it with serious velocity, but it moves a ton and it stays down.
And Boog, against a guy like this, you grab your backup bat out of the rack. You don't want to take your gamer up there because you know there's a good chance it's coming back broken.
One down, base is empty. Got him swinging.
Well, I don't think there's a hitter alive that hasn't at some point succumbed to that pitch right there.
Game 1 of the World Series. Now here's the Yankees cleanup hitter, Leonardo Perez. Pretty amazing athlete this guy is. Power and speed, quite a threat. I mean, you're talking about someone that could steal you a bag and go deep. Bo Jackson, anyone? And first offering is fouled off.
When you have a real athletic player and who's able to do the baseball mechanical things really well, look out because the sky's the limit on that potential.
In the air to left center. Sizing this one up. Makes the catch for the out.
Now batting, the second baseman.
In the postseason, you see just how important every last play can be. You never know what's going to make the difference in the end. And ball one.
Like you said, Boog, every play is so pivotal at this point of the year. As a player, you've got to be locked in. Can't make a mistake that could cost your team the season.
And he deals. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. Right-hander kicks, deals. Swing and a miss. And the count is 1-2.
On the mound, he had a little trouble back in the first, but it's been a different story the rest of the way. Really settled into this outing nicely.
And that's outside.
If you're on the mound right now, you know you have to retire this hitter. If he gets on base, it could open up the floodgates for this offense to score some runs.
Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And there's one away. So 2 away with nobody on. And next for New York, Leonardo Perez. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. And a foul ball. The Yankees looking to rally. Two outs. Swings and misses at the pitch off the plate.
Looking very settled on the mound here in the 8th. One more out, and they'll probably hand it off to their closer for the 9th with at least a 2-run lead.
Swings and misses. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Yanks held in check. And the score remains 6-4. Final score of 8-6 in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.
Our final line score tonight. First for the victorious.
Baseball fans, and welcome. The World Series on MLB The Show coming up. It's the Philadelphia Phillies taking on the New York Yankees. John Shambi, Chris Singleton with you. And a lot riding on this one as these teams meet for game 2, Chris.
And the series started out like you might expect. The home side taking care of business in game 1. But this game today is going to reveal a lot about what this series will become. Will it be a battle for 6 or 7 games, or will it be a walkover? Those are the questions that we start getting more clarity on after game 2.
I have a feeling it's going to be a good one, Chris. This should be fun. First pitch coming at you right after the break. Just about set to go, and towing the slab in this one, Clark Schmidt.
He's a dominant pitcher, but he can get a little too relaxed second and third time through the order and miss his spots. That's where we see him get touched up. If he maintains the same intensity that he has in the first inning and the second inning, I think we'll see him hand the ball over to his closer.
And we're back. We head to the bottom of the second, and now it's switch hitting third baseman Leonardo Perez. Here comes a pitch. Up the middle. Rogers sends it to first. And a quick out, number 1.
Good sinker low in the zone right there. And come
on, right here. One time.
Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1.
Well, this is a tough situation with the bases loaded, but the healthiest mindset is just try to get outs, one hitter at a time.
The Yanks with a chance to score first here in game 2. On the ground, 2-ball. Rogers tags the runner for 1. They get the out, but the run scores in the twin killer.
It's always great when you can add a run, but in this situation,
on the ground to third. Over to Rogers. Out to escape a bases loaded jam unscathed. And the Yankees leave them loaded, but they're on top 2-0. Game 2 of the World Series. Here's the Phillies catcher, Tyler Soderstrom.
Scott, swing at anything.
Kicks and fires. To third. In plenty of time to first. Leadoff man retired in the 6th.
well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air, lets the defense work behind him with another.
Base is empty, 1 away. Leonardo Perez stepping in now for the Yankees. 3 groundouts already. He's 0 for 3. This is a true 5-tool guy. Not very many of them out there, but when he's on the field, you can't take your eye off of him. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Throw to first, gets him. Good job to stay with it there for the second out. Back at Yankee Stadium, now it's Brendan Rodgers. And a pitch. This to third. And the leadoff man retired here in the 9th.
The batter, the center fielder, Johan.
So the bases are loaded here, 1 gone. Nick Castellanos stands in for the Phillies. On the ground to third, might be 2. Perez over to second, and that's quick work out of the pen. 1 batter, 2 outs, inning over.
Well, we can never overstate it. Pitcher's best friend right there. Double play, gets out of the jam, saves some pitches. Always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
Well, 1-run game. Here's the third baseman, Leonardo Perez.
A lot of times you're looking for a guy to get that tie and run on base, but because of the power, you want him to tie up the game with one swing here.
The pitch. High fly ball, right field. He's under it. And there's one down.
Well, such a confidence boost for a reliever to come into the ball game and get the first hitter he faces. Just makes everything slow.
Now here's the Yankees cleanup hitter, Leonardo Perez. It's interesting, he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does.
Ball.
And there's a ball.
And I think that skill set really upgrades the position, because when you have that kind of speed, it makes the whole team that much better.
Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. The Yankees trailing by 3 here in the late stages of game 2. On the ground, a second, might be 2. There's one. Out. A double play to end it. Perez with a forgettable showing in the loss.
Definitely didn't do much of anything for him in this one. I think he knows he's capable of more. They took the loss, and he might have dragged him down a little bit.
So it took extras, but here's how the numbers shake out from this one.
Well, they couldn't settle this one in 9, but who doesn't love some extra inning baseball in the postseason?
6-3 our final score. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
Our final line score tonight.
Nothing better than pregame festivities for the World Series. Game 3 is coming up next. And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. The World Series on MLB The Show coming up. It's the New York Yankees taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. John Shambi and Chris Singleton on the call. A lot going on in this series as we get ready for Game 3, Singy.
Well, when a team starts a series on the road and comes away with a split in the first 2 games, they've essentially taken over home field advantage. So the last thing these guys want to do now is give it right back by dropping this one. And these fans know that just as much as the players.
And the atmosphere here is electric. And this figures to be about as intense as postseason baseball gets. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. just about to get underway. Getting the nod in this one, Mick Abel.
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
Leonardo Perez swings through it for strike 1.
1-1.
In the dirt. Tag safe. And a wild pitch, and both runners are in scoring position.
With 2 on and 1 out, you're just hoping you can get a double play ball to get yourself out of the inning. But
calling for the intentional walk, and that loads up the bases. And the force play is now in order.
Well, it doesn't get much easier with this next batter, but I totally understand going with the intentional walk in that spot. He's just too dangerous at the plate right now, and there's a base open, so it gives you options defensively to get an out.
He swings and hits a fly ball, center field. He's got it. Runner tagging from third. The throw is offline, and he's in to score. And it's 1-0.
Well, that can be a tough one with the bases loaded. You can try to do too much, but there he didn't. He stayed within himself. He got that run in with the sac fly. Would have been nice if the runners behind could have advanced, but they'll take what they got. It's great to get on the board in the first frame of the ball game, but here's an opportunity for them to really open things up with a couple of runners on. Let's see if they can cash in.
On the ground to third. Sends it to first, and they get Adames for the out. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. 2 men left stranded, but they do push across 1. On to the bottom of the first. Yankees 1, and the Phillies coming up. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And digging in for Philadelphia, Trey Turner. Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average, but one of the things in today's game, the value in the fact that he hits both righties and lefties. They're so reliant on the matchups nowadays, Chris, and it's huge when you don't have to sit a guy or platoon him.
When you can hit, both sides in terms of pitchers' arms, you're a guy that it's hard to take out of the lineup, and I think it's very important today when everything is under the microscope.
Fires across the diamond. 1 gone, bottom half of the first.
The left fielder, Brandon Marsh.
So 1 out, nobody on. Brandon Marsh steps to the plate. One down, Phillies down a run. Bounce to the left side. Over to first. Out number 2.
Batting third, the first baseman.
That one misses. Ball 1. Strike 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
2 outs, base is empty. That one finds the zone, and the count is 1-2. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Rojas settles under this one, makes the grab, and that's the inning. Back at Citizens Bank Park, bottom of the inning. Here's the veteran second baseman, Brendan Rodgers. And the pitch. On the ground to the left. One gone, bottom of the third inning. Chris, you and I have gotten to work some memorable postseason games together. One I look back on, 2013.
Let it fly.
Now batting, first baseman, Leonardo Perez.
Left field. Marsh drifts towards it. Corrals it. And that is that. The Yanks lead one, but they hold a 1-0 lead. Base is empty with 2 away. So digging in now for Philadelphia, Johan Rojas. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most. Bounce to third. Gets it to first. That ends the frame. Down quickly. 1 out, base is empty. Leonardo Perez stepping in now for the Yankees. He's got the power, but great contact skills. One of the best contact hitters in the game. Gets under it and pops it up. Turner should have it. 2 away.
Game threes are very critical when you have a series tied at 1-1 because you put yourself up. Anytime you go down, you're always chasing. When you're up in the series, you feel like you're in the driver's seat. Nice win today.
2-0 your final here in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
Our final line score tonight.
And welcome. Thanks for joining us. The World Series on MLB The Show coming up. It's the New York Yankees taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. Along with my partner Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Plenty of storylines taking shape in this series as we set the stage for Game 4, Chris.
Well, if the first 3 games are any indication, this has the look of a series that'll go all the way to Game 7, Boog. I think this is a classic matchup, and we've seen momentum change course a few times already. But I'll tell you what, I think whoever takes this one will be feeling really good about their chances the rest of the way.
Yeah, that's a good point. We've seen it before. Even when you're down 2-1, it seems like a win in Game 4 can propel you to a series win more often than not. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. About to get started here. Today's starting pitcher, Colby Allard.
Well, this guy featuring that straight four-seam fastball, but off of it throws the cutter, and really he's most effective when he's using that cutter off the four-seam fastball just to miss the barrel of the bat. Not always going to see the swings and misses, but if you can somehow get weaker contact, you have a chance to collect some outs. Now, it's going to look the same until the very last second, so hitters are going to have to make a decision and hope.
Now, this ball is well hit. This one's got a chance and brings it in at the wall. So it's no runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 man left. And now it's the Phillies' turn. No score.
I'm digging.
Up next for the Yankees.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here in game 4. The hit behind with that swing. It's strike 1.
It normally does damage on that pitch in that location. Just a swing and a miss there. I don't think you want to throw it again, though.
And another ball. Swings and misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Well, and those hitters count sometimes can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off of that. He's got to get a better pitch to hit.
And that's a base hit. Throw quickly into third. They're at the corners now to start the inning. Well, maybe that will end up getting him going.
Yeah, he really simplified there. Kept his shoulders square to the plate and wasn't trying to overswing. I think that's the key for him to have success through the rest of this series.
Willie Adames stands in. Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. In the air, right field. That's a base hit. Run scores.
Well, he wasn't afraid to hit with 2 strikes. I think he choked up a little bit, maybe spread out, but he got the job done right there.
Here's Josh Bell. To the right side. He steps on the bag. Finally gets the first out here on the grounder.
That was a productive at bat. You know you're doing something right anytime you help move 2 runners into scoring position and give your team a chance to drive in a few runs, even if it's still kind of early in the game.
The punch out there, 2 away down.
Man, I really like the ability to bounce back right there after not getting a call he probably should have gotten. He didn't let it affect his focus, and he came back with another good pitch to get him swinging.
So up next, Jake Rogers. And now the lefty. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. 1 run across. Fires it to the plate. And he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning. So 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors, and 1 left. And midway in the 4th, Yankees 3 and the Phillies nothing. Base is empty, 1 away. Marcell Ozuna stands in for the Phillies. Now a drag bunt, third base side. And I don't know what's going on there, but he's safe at first.
This was the perfect spot to drop the bunt for a hit. I mean, he used his bat as a tool up there to direct the ball exactly where he wanted it to go and looked smooth doing it at the same time. Really well done, and the defense right there stood no chance.
Nothing like postseason baseball. There's a buzz in the air. Every pitch seems bigger. It's truly special. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. The run comes in from second. It's 6-1.
There really is a different feel to the postseason. I only got 5 games of postseason action in my playing career, but I treasured each of them.
One down. Willie Adames now at the plate. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. Man at second. Ground ball right side. Rogers. Now the throw to first on the run. Awesome play there. Applies the tag, and they get 2. Double play. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, no 1 left. The 4th game of the World Series. Here's Marcell Ozuna. The pitch. To third. Perez sends it to first, and that's one out as they get the leadoff hitter in the sixth.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air, lets the defense work behind.
Leonardo Perez stepping in now for the Yankees. Swing and a pop-off in foul ground. Boom. Makes the grab. 2 down. And now it's Alec Bohm. One strike away. On the ground to the left. Perez. Throw to first. Ball game. And the Yankees hold on to win a tight one as this one ends as a one-run ball game.
All this team needs is one more win, but when you're playing in the postseason, it's not just a win of a game, it's a win of an inning. It's a win of an at-bat, it's a win of a pitch count, and that's what they're going to need to do in the next game to take the series.
6-5 the final here today. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon. Welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. The World Series on MLB The Show coming up. It's the New York Yankees taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. Joined by my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. It's been quite a series so far, and the excitement's only ramping up as we get ready for Game 5.
Well, being down 3-1, calling it a do-or-die game is no exaggeration, but these situations tell us a lot about a team's character, and for some teams, it brings out their absolute best, but for others, it can kind of prove to be an overwhelming scenario to face, and so we'll see how they show up here today.
And we'll also get to see what kind of killer instinct they have on the other side. Some teams can get a little too relaxed when they're so comfortably in the driver's seat. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about set to go now. And on the hill in this one, Christopher Sanchez. What should we keep an eye on here?
He's a guy that's going to come right after hitters. I mean, he's not trying to fool them. He's going to pitch the contacts, not worry about it. He trusts his defense behind him, and he's not going to mess around with a whole bunch of different offerings. Only 3 pitches in the repertoire, so he knows he'll have to work in all 3 effectively and probably pitch backwards sometimes just to make sure this lineup isn't picking up on too many patterns.
Leonardo Perez. The batter now as he swings and misses for strike 1. That one hammered but pulled foul. 2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first here in Game 5 of the World Series. Next offering way off the plate. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Corrals it. And that is that. The Yanks lead 1. So now the Phillies offense will see what they can do.
Hey, lucky
World Series Game 5. Here's some real power at the plate. Leonardo Perez. Let's talk about great individual postseasons. One that really sticks out to me is Ricky Anderson in 1989. He hit .441 with 3 homers and 11 stolen bases, leading Oakland to a World Series championship. Rojas pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there's one down.
Now batting, third baseman, Leonardo Perez.
Attaboy.
First pitch, not close. Lefty out of the stretch, runners at first and third. And that one fouled off. The 1-1. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable.
Ground ball right side, could be 2. To second, there's one. And a run scores on the double play.
First and third, nobody out. You're thinking you've got it lined up for a pretty big inning right here. So that double play is pretty deflating. They get the run in, but now they're starting all over.
Back at Citizens Bank Park, we go to the 9th. Here's the third baseman, Leonardo Perez. The pitch. And that one fouled off.
Trying to keep good speed off the bases.
Looking to get the tying run on base. Late that time, and it's strike 2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th.
Very frustrating right there as a speedy potential base runner. When with 2 strikes, you just struggle to put the ball in play. You don't even have to get it. In an elimination game, you see your season quickly coming to an end. It can be a bit nerve-wracking, but they were able to settle things down, come out and play really good baseball in this one. They get the win, and the series continues. Who knows? Maybe they'll get right back in it.
Not a ton of offense to chat about as we look at the final numbers, but this was a good one.
Yeah, it was a low-scoring game, Boog, but sometimes those can be the best, especially this time of year.
And your final score here today, 2-1. The Phillies hang on to win it. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon. From Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, the World Series on MLB The Show coming up. It's the Philadelphia Phillies taking on the New York Yankees. Alongside Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. It's been a heck of a series so far, Siggy, and you have to figure that will only continue here in Game 6.
You know, Boog, some of the greatest games in baseball history have been a Game 6, so I'm fired up for this one. And clearly, being at home with a 3-2 lead in the series is a huge advantage, but it's far from a guarantee. They've still got to go out there, handle their business, and not let this get to a Game 7.
And the odds are obviously against any team trying to win a Game 6 and Game 7 on the road. But it does happen. They don't consider this series over by any means. First pitch your way next. So just about set now. Our starter in this one, Marcus Stroman.
It's got that splitter, and it's a pitch that swings and misses, come fast, and they come often. Very difficult to pick up out of his hand.
Back in New York, bottom of the inning, and stepping in for the Yankees, Leonardo Perez. He is quite an athlete. I mean, you look around the other sports, basketball, football, you feel like he could thrive in one of those sports too. The other way. Dives, but it's off his glove. Base hit. Throws to second, and he's going to get to second with nobody out.
And if you're the pitcher, you can't be frustrated. You know this is going to be the toughest batter that you face tonight, and you're going to have to face him a couple of times. So you just tip your cap and hope that you can get the next guy out.
Here's the second baseman, Zach Geloff. To third, Ramirez. To first, that's one out, the bottom of the second.
Batting fifth, the shortstop, Willie Adames.
And at second with one away, Willie Adames stands in. Now they've got him in a rundown. They put the tag on him, and that's out number 2.
Looked to me like he was trying to time the pitcher's delivery, but jumped the gun just a little bit. Good job by the pitcher of not panicking, under control, deals with the situation. That's one where you see a pitcher.
Up next for the Yankees, the third baseman, Leonardo Perez.
The drama always heightened in the postseason, and it leads to some really special moments. Base is empty, one away here in Game 6. And that's outside.
Well, one special postseason memory for me, Boog, was facing Pedro Martinez, Game 5 of the ALDS in Oakland. And, man, hit a double off the wall. Great feeling for a guy who would eventually go into the Hall of Fame.
In the air, out towards left center. And puts the squeeze on that one. And there are 2 down.
Now back, the second baseman.
Set for the last half of the 7th. And here is Leonardo Perez. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. That one carrying. Too high. What does that mean, too high? Who cares? It's gone. That'll fire up the dugout. It's 6-3.
So impressive how he was able to go down and get this fastball, but yet get it up in the air, hit it far enough to get out of this ballpark.
Base is empty with 2 away. Now it's Brendan Rodgers.
Brendan Rodgers.
Two outs. Bounce to the left side. Perez sends it to first, and that is that. So they make short work of him there. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Leonardo Perez. He's already homered here in this one. Bunting, and it's in the air. And it's caught for the out. Well, he gave the bunt a shot there, but not able to execute.
Our final line score.
First pitch coming your way next. Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. MLB The Show brings you Game 7 of the World Series. It's the Philadelphia Phillies going up against the New York Yankees. Alongside Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. What a memorable World Series this has been, and the entire season comes down to this. Game 7, Chris.
Yeah, this has been the World Series we were all hoping for, Boog. Back and forth. Neither team given an inch, even when it looks like their season's about to come to an end. This has been fantastic stuff, and I'm excited for us and for all of you out there to see how this unfolds.
Every broadcaster's dream, Singy, calling Game 7 of the World Series. I'm excited to do it with you. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. First pitch moments away. And on the mound today, Garrett Cole.
Well, last time out, picked up the win, didn't allow a run, pitched extremely well. It doesn't have to be perfect, but if he can give another performance like last time out, his team will be happy.
Bottom of the second, stepping in the long ball threat, Leonardo Perez. Walker back to work. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. So a man on base to start the inning.
I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
And up next for New York, Zach Geloff.
This is a hitter who takes his game to another level playing at night.
The pitch. Runner takes off. Harper steps on first for the out.
That's a good piece of hitting right there. The job was to move the runner up and give your team a chance to score the go-ahead run. That's exactly what happened, so you better believe your teammates are happy with you after that at bat.
Willie Adames stands in. The pitch. Now he breaks his bat. And they get Adames for the out.
Got to feel pretty good for the pitcher. Absolutely sawed him off. Bat explodes. And then he makes an easy play on it. Pretty satisfying if you're out there on the ball.
So up next, Austin Wells.
Well, off to a great start. He's really cruising out there on the mound. He's got a chance to get through these first 2 innings with under 20 pitches. That could set him up to go deep into this game.
Fires across the diamond, and that is that. The Yanks lead 1. We'll move to the 3rd with no score. So the Philly batting order turns over. Trey Turner stands in for the Phillies. And now it's 1-2. That's to third. Perez tosses across the first, and they get Turner for the out. And the inning is over. Down quickly go the Phillies, and we're still knotted at 0. It's the last game of the season, Game 7 of the World Series. And now Leonardo Perez. Some of the most dramatic moments in baseball history have come in Game 7 of the World Series. You think of Luis Gonzalez's walk-off single in 2001, or how about Bill Mazeroski, 1960, his walk-off homer won it for the Pirates over the Yankees. Kicks and fires. And now 1-2.
Yeah, and a more recent Game 7 with incredible drama was 2016 with the rain delay and going into extra innings between two franchises who were hoping to end their title droughts. One of the great postseason games ever, the Cleveland Indians and the Chicago Cubs.
Now batting, third baseman, Leonardo.
Hit on the ground to the right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Leonardo Perez stepping in now for the Yankees. And first offering is fouled off. Gets him to chase after that one.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. That completes the strikeout, and that'll do it. So they go quietly there. 8 innings complete. We're on to the 9th in Game 7. The Yankees 4 and the Phillies 2. Back in the Bronx. And here's the first baseman, Bryce Harper. And the right-hander deals. Bounce to the left side. And that one finds its way through. And the postseason success continues for him. So he gets on base, an elimination game, one at a time, right?
And all of a sudden the pressure moves to the other team. They came into this one feeling pretty good, but now that he's on, changes things a little bit.
Back in the show as you get one more look at this incredible walk-off finish.
Our final line score tonight. First for the victorious Yankees, 6 runs, 1 hit. With 1 error, they left 5 runners on base.